So Tucker Carlson took some time on his show a couple nights ago to essentially insult all the women that serve in the US military. He basically said that not only is it a travesty that pregnant women are doing anything in the military at all, but that the United States military is becoming worse because it's becoming quote-unquote more feminine as China's military is becoming more quote-unquote masculine.
So we've got new hairstyles and maternity flight suits. Pregnant women are going to fight our wars. It's a mockery of the U.S. military. While China's military becomes more masculine as it's assembled the world's largest navy, our military needs to become, as Joe Biden says, more feminine, whatever feminine means anymore, since men and women no longer exist. The bottom line is it's out of control, and the Pentagon's going along with this. Again, this is a mockery of the U.S. military and its core mission, which is winning wars. One of the few people who's been paying attention to this is someone who served in the U.S. military, Indiana Congressman Jim Banks.
And so you hear Tucker Carlson there make it clear. He thinks it's bad that more and more women are doing things in the military, especially when those women are pregnant. But the broader point is basically it's bad that more and more people in the military are women. He says it's going in the wrong direction, and that basically Joe Biden and the left are pushing forward this trend of hurting the U.S. military and their desire for gender politics. But I want to let you know that Tucker Carlson got absolutely roasted by women and indeed many men that serve in the military and that have served in the military. First, I want to read you a tweet here by a general who said, "I agree, Pat," replying to another tweet, "Thousands of women serve honorably every day around the globe. They are beacons of freedom, and they prove Carlson wrong through determination and dedication. We are fortunate they serve with us." And I think even better, here are two women that served in the military, including while pregnant for part of their service, absolutely destroying Tucker Carlson. This lady says, "Selena, I maintained aircraft until I went into labor and had several supervisors who did the same before me. I have more masculinity in my left ovary than Tucker Carlson could ever hope to have or pass on." And this other lady here, this Jane lady here says, "Dear Tucker Carlson and Fox News, I am a woman who has served in the U.S. military for over a decade. I've deployed 3 times to combat zones, and I've been pregnant once while in uniform. Please explain to me how my existence is a mockery of the U.S. military." And so what you see there is that whether it's generals or whether it's women that served rank and file in the military, they don't buy this statement. And Tucker Carlson is right to get reamed over this. But I want to kind of focus in on what he said because I think it's important to kind of dissect it a little bit. One, what is he going on about the masculine nature or feminine nature of the military? Increasingly, the military is becoming more technological, not even gendered. I mean, maybe you could make an argument back 500 years ago that there was a reason why most people in the military were men, given the heavy armor and the heavy weapons and all these sorts of things. But nowadays, increasingly, it's all done through machines and it's all done through equipment that requires more finesse and intelligence and training than pure raw strength. And so when he's saying China now has the largest naval force, well, a boat isn't a gender, Tucker. Like an aircraft carrier isn't masculine. You know, a fighter jet isn't masculine, Tucker. Like it isn't, right? Like a piece of equipment doesn't have a gender. And so China's building up its military. China's military isn't becoming more masculine, it's becoming bigger. And the US military, in the sense that it's becoming more feminine, is becoming more representative of the society. And I think, frankly, all things being equal, that likely leads to a stronger, more resilient esprit de corps and military. And so, you know, Tucker Carlson, in his desire to just reflexively hate feminism, wants to effectively weaken the U.S. military by saying, look at all these people that are eager and determined and dedicated and qualified, and we don't want them. We don't want them because of their gender. That's what he's saying. We don't want them because of their gender or because they may become pregnant or whatever. Like real 1950s stuff, if I'm being honest. But it's also part of this broader trend of how conservatives love to use the military and certain professions as a way to sort of tamp down feminists. So often one argument you'll hear from people like Tucker Carlson is, you know, sure, there's some gender inequality, But it's justified because men are the ones putting themselves on the line. Men are the ones serving in our military. Men are the ones that won us our freedom in this battle or that battle or whatever. And women didn't do that. Women stayed home. And of course, that is totally incorrect and full of historical inaccuracies. But the broader point is that when women are like, fine, treat us like equals, we want to do everything we can in the military on an equal basis to men. People like Tucker Carlson are like, nah, that's for boys. That's a boy thing. No girls allowed in the fancy little military club, right? And so they're like, oh, women, you can't complain because we're doing the dirty jobs. And the ladies are like, okay, can we do the dirty jobs? And they're like, nah, you can't do that. And so that's the circular argument that people like Carlson will use. They'll simultaneously say that women want equality without equal risk, and then will not allow women to have that equal risk even when they demand it, even when they're pregnant, which must be incredibly difficult to do some of the tasks in the military while pregnant. Those women should be praised, not mocked. And like, let's be really clear here. Let's be really clear. And I can say this as somebody who's not really an uber alpha male masculine guy myself. Who the hell is Tucker Carlson to be talking about masculinity? That bow tie wearing SOB. Like who does he think he is to be like, oh, I'm the arbiter of what's masculine. My name is Tucker Carlson. I'm a real guy that understands real working class Joes. Even though until a few years ago, I was openly proud of being a snooty, private school heir, rich guy, billionaire, multi-hundred millionaire, fortune inheritor, who like hated the rabble, right? And so Tucker Carlson's performative masculinity can just shut the hell up. These women really do represent some of the best of what it is to serve their country, and they should be praised. They shouldn't be mocked.